is week number 9 of the high school football season, and tonight, the Kenston Bombers make the trek out here to Chardon to take on your Hilltoppers. Chardon entering this game in a position where they must win if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive after a 1-point loss to Brush last week up in Lyndhurst. Tonight, a very formidable opponent in the Bombers. They come into this one 6-2, 3-2 in conference play. And Kenston, their Western Reserve Conference hopes are on the line tonight as well. A loss, and they will not be partaking in the Western Reserve Conference Championship running. But for Chardon, a win tonight, and they have a chance to tie next week. Hilltoppers 6-2, 4-1 overall, and Kenston 6-2, 3-2 overall. Going to be a great match between a high-octane Bomber offense and a stingy Chardon defense. We're going to pause. When we come back, we'll have the pregame for you, and then it'll be time for kickoff here on GTV.
On the spectacular new campus of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the OHSAA Football State Championships return to Canton November 30th through December 2nd at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. The pinnacle of the high school season returns to the birthplace of football as Stark County welcomes back all 7 title games. Log on to the football page at ohsaa.org for information on the state playoffs and tickets. Make it a weekend to remember with the state championships and the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Don't miss your chance to be part of history.
Introducing the 2017 Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band. The band is being led onto the field tonight by Senior Field Commander Jennifer Vandenberg. The Hilltopper Marching Band would like to send a shout out to our band parents for all their support. From uniform helpers, chaperones, and snack duty parents, we couldn't do it without you. All right, Topper Nation, put your hands together for the Chardon High School Fight Song. Ladies and gentlemen, will you now stand as we honor America with the playing of our country's national anthem and remain standing for a special version of the Chardon High School alma mater. give one more round of applause for our senior band members. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, your 2017 Chardon Hilltopper football team.
The winner of this game is in the driver's seat to go to the playoffs. The loser is out.
Make no mistake about that. This contest, Kenston right now in the driver's seat in the 8th spot. Chardon sitting in 12th, so they need some help. They need the help in a form of a victory.
Well, the Kenston Bombers won the toss and elected to receive the football, and we will see a very explosive offense out of this Kenston team under head coach Jeff Grubich in his 6th season. So many similarities in between these two schools, Matt. Both the size of the school, and you look at these head coaches. You've got Grubich, who is a high school health teacher, Mitch Hewitt, a high school social studies teacher, and when you think about Geauga County football, really, these two teams represent a lot of those thoughts.
Absolutely. I mean, these are two of the more winning programs here in Geauga County. This year can add in the likes of an NDCL, if you will. But, Jamie, I mean, realistically, this is one of the great rivalries. It was before when they played that non-conference schedule, Kenston coming out of the Chagrin Valley Conference.
3rd season for the Bombers in the WRC, and Hilltoppers are going to be in the black uniforms, and they will kick off, of course, red helmets with the script Chardon across, something that they've been known for now for many years. The Bombers in all white, even though they're on the road, and they've got that star on the helmet, and Matt, basically looks a lot like the Dallas Cowboys.
Easiest way to say it, Jamie. Easiest way. But no, you know, the other thing is, make no mistake about it, Kenston coming in this one has absolutely nothing to lose. A young team.
Low line drive kick picked up at the 24-yard line. And the Bombers return it. That is Jonathan Porter, a sophomore. Yeah, you talked about it. You know, the Bombers have struggled the last 2 years. They only won 2 games last year and 3 the year before. So Jeff Grubich, before the game, he was very excited about this game tonight. And one of those reasons, Bombers come in 6 wins and 2 losses. And I talked with Coach Grubich on Monday, and, you know, it's just more fun when you're winning. And right now, for these Kenston seniors, that's the case.
Well, it is, and it's a Kenston squad that has a lot of sophomores and juniors, a very heavy underclassmen group.
Speaking of the sophomore, it's John Tumkufsik, who's the head quarterback as he completes his first pass out to the right-hand side of the formation to Keyshawn Merrill. The Bombers are going to run a no-huddle spread offense. They've got 4 wide receivers who take the bulk of the snaps, and that's Tyler Mintz, Branson Stanley, we just mentioned Merrill, and Austin Safko, who leads the team in receiving. Tom Kufsik had to win the job in the preseason as a early jump for the Hilltoppers. Hey, no surprise there for Chardon.
And Hilltoppers, penalties have been a pain in their thorn all year long, Jamie.
That's Louis Monaco, who has been aggressive this year. We'll talk about that. Hilltopper defense will be a key tonight. 5 wide receivers for the Bombers. They got 4 to the left side. From the gun, and Chardon will battle injuries tonight as well. Pass off of the hands of Jack Porter, who is the running back for the Bombers. You look at that offensive line for Kenston, the center, Brandon Schrader. Left tackle, Patrick Vanderbilt. Left guard, Zach Check. Alex Roberge is the right guard, and George Sell is the right tackle.
You know, you mentioned Jack Porter, a young man, over 1,000 yards rushing, 1,003 to be exact, 18 touchdowns. He's having a heck of a year.
Man in motion, and there's the give to Merrill, who's running left side. He's got open room. He gets a first down and picks up about 15 on that carry.
Merrill on the year, averaging about 7.7 yards per carry. He's only touched the ball 27 times in a running capacity, Jamie, but he scored 3 touchdowns during that time. That's 209 total yards. He's got some quick speed.
Leads the team with 320 yards receiving as well. So we'll see a lot of him, and he is a senior.
Now, the one concern for Chardon coming into this game, pass defense.
Another man in motion. There's a high snap, but it is handed off and brought down for a loss of 2 on the play.
We saw the Hilltoppers struggle for a bit against South with the pass defense last week. Godwin Joe put up some huge passing numbers against the Hilltoppers defense in that 21-20 heartbreaking loss.
Makes this one a must-win. There's the throw to Merrill. It's dropped. He heard maybe some footsteps as closing in was Brandon Frania.
Frania, one of those guys that started out the year in the secondary, had to come back in. Injuries to guys like John McKnight, Mason Ziegenfuss, forcing Joey Trevisano into starting roles this late in the year.
Hilltoppers leading tackler Chase Klein, Big Ten recruit out of Michigan State. As it's now 3rd down, quick pass is complete, and a short play, only about 3 or 4. That was Porter again. And now the Bombers in a situation where they're on the 38-yard line. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Well, why not? This close in, punting won't do you much good.
Big play here early on, 10:30 to go here in the first quarter. And you can see Tom Kufsick looking over to his sideline. Wants the play. He's got 4 wide receivers and 1 running back to his left. Quick drop, 3 steps. The throw, caught. First down, Bombers. And a big play there. Branson Stanley makes the catch, and he gets about 15 more.
Now Stanley just found a nice little pocket there in the zone, made the good catch, Jamie. And that's all that he was concerned about, was getting that ball in his hands. He made the catch, looked where he was, realized he could gain a few more yards, broke a tackle, and picked up enough to move them to the 22-yard line.
Stanley has been playing since his freshman year. He's a junior. Here's Merrill again on an end around, breaking tackles, 15 to the 10, and he is inside the 10 to the 6.
Yeah, he broke a couple tackles there, and you saw Devin Moses try to get him, almost missed him twice. But this is what Kenston likes to do. They're going to mix it up, make you guess what they're doing offensively. And in a way, it's similar to what they saw with Brush last week, except quarterback not so mobile.
Well, Tom Kufsick has about 200 yards rushing, but you're right. Likes to throw the ball. There's the run, left-hand side, and it is Porter who is stopped after a gain of about 2.
Now, he's inching closer, Jamin. You're now looking at a first down and about 5, maybe 4 here. And
well, this is 2nd and goal, but you're right.
Yeah, goal, yeah.
On the 4-yard line.
But this is the point in the game last week that we saw the Hilltopper defense turn into bend but do not break defense.
Bombers have taken the ball down the field. They're staring at the Chardon Crazies right now in a blackout in that north end zone. Good turnout as usual. 2nd and goal. It's Porter bouncing outside, trying to get to the corner. And Porter is in for a touchdown.
That Porter able to cut the corner, knew it was going to start falling, turns around, falls backward into the end zone for the touchdown.
Bombers waste no time going all the way down the field. Hilltoppers defensive coordinator, Brian Landis, who has been the D coordinator now in his 7th season under head coach Mitch Hewitt. A little bit of reservation from Chardon is what we picked up before the game, Matt. One, because of the injuries. As they're going to go for 2, they fake it wide open, and it's good. That is Connor Cure who catches that, number 33. The holder stood up and caught Chardon completely unaware. And so the Bombers strike first. You know, Matt, before the game, Grubich was yelling at his team. He said, wake him up, wake him up. And that play right there certainly woke Chardon
Jamie,
up.
if that doesn't get your attention, I don't know what will. The Hilltoppers, of course, you go back to last week, fell because they couldn't convert a 2-point conversion against the Arcs. And now you have the Bombers to come out and say, if you're going to beat us, you're going to have to go for that 2 again. Hey, this is a good time, by the way, to thank our GTV funding communities, including those not funding this broadcast, for their year-round support. They include Burton Village, the City of Chardon, Chardon Township, Munson Township, Middlefield Village, and Hamden Township. As always, thank you so much for your support here on GTV.
Well, quickly down the field for the Bombers. They lead 8-0. Thanks for joining us. If you didn't make it out, it's been a beautiful day here in Chardon. Temperatures in the 70s, of course, now. As we are in the middle of October, they are dropping down. Always such a beautiful view, isn't it, Matt? You look over the opposing.
Just gorgeous.
Yeah, the opposing bleachers.
And you couldn't ask for, this is week 9.
Yeah. Another squib kick fielded at the 30, and going ahead for a few yards is Dylan Hemley, number 34. Hemley, our backup quarterback today, and also the team's 2nd leading tackler.
Yeah, Hemley, you know, a lot was made of him not winning the starting quarterback position, but boy, he has blossomed so much as a linebacker in this system, and he has complemented Chase Klein so well.
Quarterback Andrew Kobashevsky, the junior, out on the field. He comes in 900 yards rushing. Exactly what you want from a young man in this wing T offense. He's under center. Man goes in motion, and there's the give around the right-hand side, and he lost the football, but looks like Chardon recovered it. That was number 12, who is Wade Novak. We look at these ball carriers, Matt. An injury to Mason Ziegenfuss takes him out of the rotation. John McKnight is out again. So they've got to dig down in the depth chart.
Although they absolutely do. But, I mean, Wade Novak, we saw him a couple weeks back bust out for a 99-yard touchdown run against South. I mean, this kid has come on strong, and he's been a huge boost. And he's filled that much-needed hole in the fullback position.
There goes the quarterback up the middle, and he is brought down after a big gain into Bomber territory down to the 29-yard line.
Well, that's what you like to see. Bombers just could not find the quarterback. Massive people right there. He slipped through, and you saw Andrews burst his speed. Big first down, and you know, really, that's how you have to keep up with this Bomber defense, Jamie. They're susceptible to big plays. You have to take advantage of those big plays.
Have a feeling we could see a lot of points scored here tonight. 1st and 10. Man in motion, and there's the ball carrier. That's Cole Purchase, who's running right side, and he gets 6 or 7 yards before he's brought down.
Now, we saw Cole Purchase first few weeks of the season just get a few touches here and there. Hasn't had many opportunities throughout the middle portion of this season, but has played in a few games, and nice to see him get a touch that time and pick up some positive yards.
Chase Klein will come into the game, number 6. He plays fullback, 6'3", 225 pounds. We'll see Novak, we'll see Purchase, we'll see Frania run the ball tonight.
No, and Klein, a lot of that's just to give Wade Novak a bit of a breather.
From the wing tee, traditional look too. Fakes decline. Here comes Kobyszewski. Left side, he's got a first down, and he's inside the 15. Teammates call him Kobe. Rightfully so, Matt. I mean, you ever notice how many vowels there are in his last name?
Yeah, yeah.
They throw a Z in there?
It's perfectly normal where I come from.
That's right. You're right, Jaworski. Where's number 11, junior starting quarterback? First down and 10 from the 15. Clock running now at 6:40. Left side, Frania is in for a touchdown. Little stutter step, paused for a minute, and basically went in untouched.
Yeah, that stutter step is what did it. Stopped his momentum just enough to allow the Bombers to run past him, then took right off. And boy, that was awful easy the first time down.
Yes, it was. And so now down 8-6. Hilltoppers, they have to go for 2. Don't have to, but it makes a lot of sense. And, you know, especially in high school football with the way that kicking games cannot be as reliable as they are at some of the other levels.
Issue is, I mean, Keaton Ziegenfuss, it's almost automatic that he's going to make that PAT. But the problem is you're down by 2 right now, not 1.
So, man in motion. There's the run. Right side, and in is number 5. That's Grant Googe.
That Googe with the 2-point conversion. And that's what the Hilltoppers couldn't do last week, Jamie. It was a Kobyszewski who, boy, fell about a foot shy of the end zone on a 2-point conversion run against Brush. This time it's a handoff to Googe. Googe makes some pay, and now the Toppers and the Bombers tied at 8.
Big run for the senior here on senior night. Well, thanks for joining us here on GTV. If you're listening live at home or watching us on replay, we're glad to have you. Week 9 of high school football. Hilltoppers will finish their season next week at North High School in Eastlake. And for those of you who are GTV fans, we will have Cardinal versus Berkshire in Week 10 for the Kinsman Cup. Another great year, Matt, and we're looking at NDCL. They're in a driver's seat right now, but they've got 2 tough games to end their season. And then the winner of tonight's game also has a pretty decent chance of making the playoffs.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens if indeed the Hilltoppers come out victorious tonight, if they're going to get enough points from a win against Kenston. And
here comes Merrill, who had an opening across the 30 down to the 34-yard line.
Jamie, make no mistake about it. Next week's game at North is very, very dangerous for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah,
the Rangers sit in 7th place right now in Division II Region 5. So a lot of points there.
Beat Brush, right? I mean, they 4-4 playing tonight as well.
But you'd love to see the Hilltoppers get a little bit of help with the teams standing ahead of them right now in the postseason picture.
The Bombers' offense had no problem on their first possession. They come back out with 3 wide receivers and someone in the slot. There's Porter now running right side, breaking tackles, and he gets about 5 yards.
You look at the teams, Jamie, ahead of Chardon right now, and it's Marlington sitting in the 11th spot. Then above them is Aurora in 10, St. Vincent, St. Mary in 9, and these Bombers in 8. And you mentioned Notre Dame. They're sitting in 5th right now. They don't even have a home game with the brutal schedule they've been playing. You know,
Hilltoppers now in Division 3, and boy, who would have thought that this was going to be such a competitive region. Now throwing on 2nd down, 1st down. Nice job completing a pass over the middle of the field to number 24. That's Austin Safko. Safko, that's his 28th catch on the year. He's now got 300 yards receiving.
Jamie, I want the folks to think about this. If the playoffs had started today, Kenston would be traveling to play Canfield, who we saw here in Week 3.
Chardon very competitive in that game, but Canfield was the better team that night. Here's Porter straight ahead on 1st down, and he gets about 4 yards. Kenston right now in Chardon territory at the 38-yard line, 5:30 and counting. Both teams taking their opening possessions, going down and getting points.
Now, both offenses have the ability to put up some yardage, and it's going to come out to which defense can make the most stops tonight.
Here's Tom Kufsick again to Porter, and this time he's hit at the line of scrimmage, and he goes back a yard. You mentioned Porter. Now he's got 182 carries on the year, over 1,000 yards. That's about 5.5 yards per carry. And you know, the thing about the Bombers, Matt, they run the no huddle. They widen things out with the 4 receivers, but they still like to run the football. Coach Grubich uses that throughout the night. 3-step drop, rushed, throwing, and it's dropped by Merrill. Boy, in and out of his hands. Great throw, but now it'll be 4th down and 7.
Yeah, they've been getting the senior very involved in this game, Jamie, but he's had a few opportunities, just hasn't been able to haul in some of those catches, and now we'll see the punting team for the first time tonight.
Into the game is Brandon Oakes, a senior, number 15, also plays wide receiver. Watched him before the game. He's got a good leg, great touch.
Now it'll be Trevisano deep to receive, standing near his 10. He hasn't had many opportunities to really return the football.
High kick, fair catch called for. He dropped it. My goodness, and he recovered it. Joey Trevisano gets it at his own 10-yard line. Almost a disaster.
Well, covered it back up, gives his team a chance to come back out on the field and make something happen now, Jamie.
Trevisano, just a sophomore. This Kenston team, Matt, very young, as we talked about. You look at them defensively, where they've got Cure and Dooley as the defensive ends, Engelhardt and Sotera up in the middle. They go Stoudenbauer, Eclodi, Vargo, and Legraf as the linebackers. Dombrowski, Franklin, Stanley, and Mintz in the secondary. Lots of sophomores, though, making a big impact this year. Hilltoppers on 1st down and 10, and it's Kobashevsky getting a 1st down of 11.
Yeah, Kobashevsky, nice job just going left side, cut it up the field, got that 1st down. And in a way, I had the chance to talk with Mitch and Don Novatzik prior to the start of the Brush game. And one of the things that we were talking about was the ability to eat time off the clock, to have those time-consuming drives. And make no mistake about it, it worked well against Godwin Joe for the most part last week, but they would love to see that work again tonight.
4 minutes to go, 1st quarter. Faking the handoff straight ahead. He took a tough hit, and he got about 3 yards. You know, I didn't see last week's game, Matt. You did, but the week before, Kobashevsky obviously came out of that game. And
he got dinged up pretty good against the Rebels.
Yeah, you don't like to see a hit like he just took there, but still got 4 yards on the play.
Now, he's a tough young man, no doubt about that. He'll take that hit and say, thank you, may I have another, if he can get 4 or 5 more yards.
He's going to throw it. Tough pass, and it is caught by number 5. That's Grant Gooch.
Gooch did a tremendous job coming back to it. That looked like a lame duck when it left Kobashevsky's hand.
Into Kenston territory to the 45.
Of course, we saw last week it was Nias that got behind the defense, able to catch a 76-yard pass in the waning moments of last week's game that set up that final touchdown for Chardon that gave them the chance to get that 2-point conversion. So Kobashevsky doing it again with his arm.
Kobe has not thrown the ball much this year. That was just his 25th attempt. Here, now running right side, Cole Purchase. Good yards ahead. He gets about 8.
Now Purchase just lowered his shoulders, kept moving forward, moving that pile. And the Hilltoppers.
Sorry, Matt. That was the 50th attempt for Kobashevsky. And, you know, that's actually quite a few. He's been throwing the ball this year about 6 times per game. And you and I have been watching Chardon long enough to know that that's a pretty decent number.
Oh, it's a significant number here in Toppertown.
2nd down and 3. Traditional wing T behind the quarterback who's under center. Fakes it, he's going to throw it again. Deep over the middle, a flag is down. Nobody was there. The back judge, though, saw something.
Yeah, this one is not going to go the Bombers' way.
Very unlikely. Ball was not catchable, but it is a hold. It was Cole Purchase out of the backfield, streaking down the field, and the Bombers had to cheat to keep him from getting down the middle of the field.
Yeah, when you see those hands extended, that jersey being grabbed, and not much that the receiver could do. An easy call for the officials.
Moves the ball now to the 26-yard line. And Kobe from the gun. Man in motion. There's the scissor play, but Purchase, he's going the wrong way. Big tackle by the Bombers to bring him down. That was led by Samuel Lagraff, junior linebacker.
Read the play perfectly. If you're the Bombers, boy, and we started this conversation, Jamie, maybe a few weeks back. I don't remember if it was the South game or maybe the game before that, about seeing less and less of the scissor play, but it's one of those plays that you just, for a while there, it was working like magic, and all of a sudden now, it's like defenses are sitting on it, and that's why we rarely see the Hilltoppers run it.
It's a 4-yard loss, so 2nd down and 14. Faking. Kobashevsky running left side. There he goes. 10-5. And it's a touchdown for the Hilltoppers.
So Kobashevsky, a great job finding some open room to run. You saw him turn on the speed, and the Hilltoppers take the lead.
Downhill, quick hitter for the junior quarterback. Coach Grubich said this week, he said, you know, the tough thing about Chardon is they're the only team that we see that runs the wing T offense. So you get only a few days to practice it. Everyone else is still running the spread no huddle as the extra point is good. So the key to Chardon's success, and we've now seen this for a long time, is that in a sport that continues to throw the ball more, open it up, Chardon keeps this very, very old traditional offense, and you can see the Bombers have not figured it out yet.
Well, Jamie, if the folks are just tuning in and saying, what the heck's going on? 15-8 is the correct score. I don't recall the last time I've ever seen a 15-8 score. I'm sure it's been a while, but nonetheless, that is indeed the score.
7-point lead for the Hilltoppers. Mitch Hewitt with his headset off. He looks fired up today, wearing the white polo. Chardon coaches always very stylishly dressed, and they wear different colors so that the players can recognize each of them easily on the sidelines. Chad Morawski, who is the varsity basketball coach, is always not far from Mitch Hewitt. Both coordinators are up in the press box. There's another low line drive kick. Both teams utilizing the squib as Merrill picks it up at the 20. Breaking tackles across the 35 down to the 38-yard line.
Now up to the Hilltoppers defense to come on out and make another stop.
Both of these teams 6 wins and 2 losses. Hilltoppers currently tied with Brush in the WRC. Kenston lost to not only Brush but also to Mayfield, who, you know, gave the Hilltoppers a run for their money in that 20-7 game.
I certainly pushed Chardon.
Both of these teams beating Madison, which is always an accomplishment, as Tom Kufsick fakes it, and he goes down, tackled in the backfield.
Sam Eldridge wasn't going to give him an opportunity.
What was that dance that he did there?
I don't know. I want to see more of that, though.
Loss of 4.
For Eldridge, that's his 19th tackle for a loss, one behind Chase Klein.
Outstanding season. 5 wide receivers and interesting formation. They're all bunched up, one behind the other. Trips to the left, 2 to the right. Bad snap. It's a fumble, and Tom Kosick drops on the football at the 25-yard line.
Well, he had no choice because who else but Sam Eldridge running straight back at him.
Snap was to the left. Costly mistake. That should be the final play of this first quarter, Matt, and it's been a very entertaining 12 minutes so far here at Memorial Field.
I mean, Jamie, it's so far night and day last year to this year. Last year was a 48-0 whooping at Kenston. They opened up their new stadium. This year hasn't quite been the case, but Chardon's defense, after shaky on the first drive, has really picked it up.
Well, thanks for watching, listening, whatever you're doing here on GTV. Brian Foster down on the sidelines, and Chris Graw up top. Always nice when Chris is here at Memorial Field.
Yeah, had the chance to say hello to him finally. Haven't seen Chris in a long, long time.
Season what, 22?
22.
That's what we're going into.
You know, it's weird who's not on camera today is Dave Jevnikar. He worked the camera last week. I also got to
heard that.
I got to do some play-by-play. He did color. So he's been doing everything lately here. Executive producer, director, camera guy, color commentator.
Critic.
Yeah.
Schedule maker. Don't forget, visit GeaugaTV.org because you can sign up for our email service and you'll get an email from Dave that helps you find out what we have here on GTV. Nice thing, you know, coming up, Thanksgiving not so far away. We'll have our football feast on GTV where we play football games all day for 4 days.
Yeah, get in your turkey coma and sit down and watch some good old Hilltopper football. Take you back to the glory days.
3rd down and 23 for the Bombers.
Nope.
And jumping off sides, it looked like Chase Klein was the guilty Hilltopper.
Well, the good news was you had some yardage to burn.
You're right. It was 3rd and 23. So now 3rd and 18. Bombers are coming out with 4 wide receivers. Porter is the running back to the left of our sophomore quarterback. Boy, he looks good, Matt. When he was throwing the ball before the game, just a beautiful, tight spiral. Where's number 18, too? You don't see much of that anymore. 3-step drop. He goes down deep, and he overshoots his target. That was Stanley here on the outside. So another punt coming for the Bombers.
Yeah, they were picking on Max Lichty. Lichty was beat, but that throw just well over the head of his receiver. And that's now twice now that Kenston will be forced to punt the football. Well, Jamie, unlike the last time, now Topper's going to keep 2 guys back.
Get behind the yellow.
High snap, but it's brought down, and it's not a great kick. It's high, but it doesn't have much distance. Does take a Bombers bounce across the 50 and down to the 43-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
Well, Hilltopper's offense coming back out onto the field, and at this stage, Jamie, you're up by 7. A touchdown here early in the second, and you start to all of a sudden separate yourself from Kenston, and now you put the pressure on a young team.
Kobashevsky, the quarterback. Wing T is behind him. Hilltoppers with no wideouts, just one man in the slot. Man in motion. It's Purchase, and he's the ball carrier. Right-hand side into Bomber territory, and he has a first down to the 45.
The Hilltoppers, Jamie's just making it look so easy right now.
Bringing the play in, Joey McGinnis, number 2. Don Novotzik is the Hilltoppers' offensive coordinator. Novak's the fullback. Purchase in motion. It's Purchase again. Same play, really. And this time he gets pushed backward after 2 yards.
Yeah, nice little pickup going right side there. And you're the Hilltoppers. What I like to see, Jamie, is they're just burning some time off the clock right now, getting some yards here, getting some yards there.
This is the 7th season for Mitch Hewitt. And Matt, you go back to 2012. The Hilltoppers beat Kenston twice that year. Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. You and I were both there. And
yeah, for both of them.
And the Hilltoppers, now you look at Hewitt in 6 seasons. He's got a 6-1 record against Kenston. Pretty impressive. Fake. Kobyszewski breaking tackles. Nobody can bring this young man down. And he gets ahead for 15 more.
Well, you talk about the shake and bake. He put it on right there. He just was shifting from left to right, making guys miss, stepping over somebody and turning it on. Wow, that's impressive. That is, Jamie, that's an athletic run right there.
Takes a deep breath, waits on the next play.
Yeah, catch your breath, young man. He worked awfully hard on that run. Thing is, if you're Jeff Drubich right now, you've got to be concerned the way that your defense unable to handle this Hilltopper running game.
Defense came in giving up 23 points a game. They're already on their way to doing that, is running right side out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Kobyszewski.
And I like the idea, Jamie. Just take it out of bounds. Don't get hit. Don't worry about picking up a few extra yards there. Going to be 2nd down and very manageable from here.
Hilltopper band now in costume. They will have a special halftime show for us. They'll do their...
Are you hinting that Halloween's around the corner?
Sure is, man. You have your costume picked out?
No.
Under center. 2nd down and 7. He's going to throw it again, but he gets sacked this time. Boy, not much going there. The Bombers collapse the pocket. Nice job by Logan Vargo.
Well, that time was the case. Bomber secondary playing man-to-man, good tight coverage. Nobody open out there, and Kobe just had nothing to do but just tuck it and take the hit.
So that play changes things pretty dramatically now. 3rd down and 13.
Well, it's a 3rd down and long now for Chardon. You figure you need to get maybe 5-6 more yards to put yourself in position for a field goal.
Keaton Ziegenfuss has been outstanding this year. Fake to Purchase. Kobyszewski straight ahead, 25, working it. Got the necessary yards I think he needed. He's down to the 22-yard line, Matt, so we're at a 39-yard field goal.
That is awfully close to his range. His range is right at 40. Situation, no wind. Will they go for it?
They will. Offense.
Oh, they're going for it, yeah.
Yeah, offense out on the field. So Coach Hewitt doesn't want to test his sophomore kicker here yet, not this early. It'll be 4th down and 4. Another big play in this game. We have one wide receiver off to the right side. That's Andy Janu. Novak, the fullback, to the left of Kobyszewski, who's from the shotgun. Here's Frania, the fake, and he will not get it stopped at the line of scrimmage.
No. Give the Bombers credit. They read that one and they knew what was coming. Jacob Dooley there, the defensive lineman, first guy in to touch Kobyszewski.
Well, the Bombers defense steps up, makes a big play, and they needed that. Reed Cornell, the defensive coordinator. And our thanks goes out to Coach Cornell and also Steve Grubich on offense. Both of those guys got us the information we needed in a very timely manner. Kenston certainly appreciates the coverage that they get here on GTV, which is good to see.
You know, you look at the passing by the Bombers, Jamie. Talk more about this after this play.
From the gun, there's Porter. He breaks one tackle, a lot of room, 30, 35. Porter to the 40. He puts a move on into Hilltopper territory.
Yeah, Klein chasing him down from behind, able to get that big tackle. And Forget the passing, let's talk running here. It's a case where over the last few games, the Bombers able to put up some big yards in terms of rushing. 247 last week, 185 the week before. They had a down game in week 6, just 113.
First down and 10. Bombers, and Porter now does a nice job to get back to the line of scrimmage on that carry and actually goes ahead for a yard. So big play for Kenston.
Well, you look at Porter, again, a 1,000-yard rusher, 1,003 entering this game tonight, Jamie, 18 touchdowns. His long run of the year, 56 yards. A young man, a lot of potential, coming off a 195-yard, 5-touchdown performance last week.
Second down and 9 from the gun. Now looking over to the sideline. Sorry, Matt.
I was going to say, matter of fact, that was his best touchdown output since he had 4 touchdowns in week 1.
That's incredible, both games. Here's the throw, and it is caught on a slant pattern. Nice job, Tyler Mintz on the right-hand side. He gets about 7 more yards.
Now, Bombers just getting back to what they do well, Jamie, just moving the football.
No huddle, third down and 3. This is a big one. And again, right back to the line, and they look over to the sidelines. And now checking his left wrist where he's got some numbers and some plays. It's a keeper, left-hand side, needs 3 yards. Going forward, first down, Bombers. Broke that first tackle.
Yeah, Tom Kufsick just went forward, picked up the first down. Tom Kufsick, 222 yards entering this game, about 4 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. He certainly got what he needed to on that run.
This is a young man, Matt. He's a sophomore, 6'1", 195 pounds. Big young man.
Only going to get bigger.
You would think. 3 wide receivers, now 4. Now the throw again over the head of Stanley. They have not been able to connect on that fly route down the sideline.
He had to let it go earlier than he wanted because Louis Monaco was coming in a hurry. And the Hilltoppers, that's what they need, Jamie. If Tom Kufsick is going to throw the football, they have to get pressure on him. And it starts with guys like Eldridge, like Louis Monaco. Then you bring in a guy like Chase Klein on the blitz.
Second down and 10. Here comes Merrill running right side. Strung out and brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
No. Squirted out of it.
Doesn't matter. No gain on the play.
Well, I thought the Hilltoppers had him wrapped up for a loss.
Just a few yards difference, but
yeah,
was a nice job. We've seen Merrill now carry the ball on that end around a few times. They have really gone to that. How many carries did he have coming in?
Now you look at Merrill.
He gets quite a few.
Yeah, 27 on the year.
All from the wide receiver position. Third down and 9, ball on the 34. Probably 4-down territory for the Bombers, but we'll see how things go. Quick throw, caught. Merrill does not have the first down, though. Got about 4 yards.
Nice tight coverage by Moses, made the sure tackle. And now if you're the Bombers, you have to go for it, I would imagine, at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Devin Moses, you mentioned, 2-year letter winner who has been beaten a few times this year. And so for the young man to stay strong, that's important. 4th down and 4. Tom Kufsick was ready to go, but now he looks over, gets the play.
Now fans starting to make some noise here at Chardon Memorial, getting loud, and why not?
In fact, the Bombers are forced to use a timeout. You know, Matt, we talked about this throughout this season. This is the 7th home game for Chardon, and at times we were wondering if the fans were awake here at Memorial Field.
We've questioned that a number of times this season, Jamie, but right now they are awake, and they want to see a win. They realize this is playoff football for both teams. And really, we talked with Coach Grubich. One of the things he said is since that loss to Mayfield, every week has been a playoff game for us.
Kenston in the 8th spot at 6-2, like you mentioned. I mean, you look at that 7th spot in Woodridge, they're 7-1. So I don't see any scenario at all where the loser of this game can get into the playoffs.
Absolutely not.
Four minutes, 46 seconds to go here in the second quarter. It's 15-8. The Bombers scored on their opening possession, and then they went for 2 on a fake extra point and got it. Hilltoppers answer, and then they take the lead. Now the Bombers trying to tie this game up here before halftime.
Now this is such an important defensive battle right now for the Hilltoppers. Got to hold them. Can't give up those 4 yards.
Big play. Tom Kufsick looks to his right. Now he's ready to go. 3 wide receivers in the game, with Tyler Mintz being the wideout. And now Kenston confused again. They can't hear the play.
Nah, they're calling an audible.
Couldn't hear. That was Jonathan Porter, and now they're going to just run a quarterback keeper, and they go backwards.
Sam Eldridge again.
Kenston was completely confused, and they end up running certainly not their best offensive play. And boy, hey, this crowd here at Memorial Field seems to be making a difference.
Oh, they did on that play, Jamie, something that we hadn't seen a lot of this year is home field advantage to a certain extent.
Even heard some cowbell there.
Well, when you got a fever.
Well, Hilltoppers will take over on their own 34-yard line.
How huge would it be if Chardon responds to that stop with 7 points?
It's been a great first half for both teams, really, but Hilltoppers with the lead as Kobe throws it away. That's a savvy play for the junior.
Yeah, nice pressure, though, by Lagraf. He got back there and really forced Kobe out of the pocket a little bit. It looked a little uncomfortable running to his right as he was making that throw.
Kenston band coming out of the stands. Pretty decent crowd here for the Bombers.
Yeah, making that, what'd you say, about a 25-minute drive from Bainbridge or so?
Yeah, I think that's right. And really nice that Kenston and Chardon now back in the same conference together in the WRC, not just in football, but across all sports. Great rivalry. 2 biggest high schools in Geauga County. Fakes the give. Here's the quarterback running right side, breaking tackles, 40, and he goes out of bounds. Good gain, close to the first down.
Kobe, he's seeing some good reads right now, Jamie, when he has just, it's not even a second, almost half a second that he can just see what's opening up. He takes advantage of it. He's doing just a nice job getting through that line.
Kenston with 4 seniors on this defensive unit. Those underclassmen, though, have grown up pretty quickly. Third down and 1. Straight ahead, and
they got it.
They have it. 2 yards on the play down to the 45-yard line, and they're going to get up quickly here, running no huddle.
No, 4.5 minutes to go. They're making sure that they do not run out of time, although Hilltoppers do have all 3 timeouts left.
Yeah, a little surprise. They're going to throw it. Kobe over the middle, incomplete. He was pressured.
I was looking for purchase, incomplete, but
It was Vargo for the Bombers, right in his face.
Bombers have been getting more and more pressure on the QB. And that may come into play as this game goes on.
Second down and 10. Wing T formation for Kobe, who's under center. Fakes it. He's going to keep it. Running left side, positive yards. He gets about 5.
Good run makes it now 3rd and manageable.
Chardon will get the football to start the second half. And thanks for joining us here on GTV. Hilltoppers in all black, as are the Chardon students. Last home game of the year.
Jamie, hard to believe. It seems like we've been here
7 times, man.
I was going to say about 7 times.
7 times in 9 weeks. Not a lot of high school teams can say that. As Kobe gonna run it, left side, does not have the yards. There's a fumble, and there go the Bombers picking it up the other way. Tyler Mintz is gonna run it in for a touchdown. There is a flag down.
See what this flag is.
On 3rd and 5, Kobe fumbles it. Mintz picks it up and goes all the way down for a touchdown. And I don't know what that penalty could be.
Oh, they're walking back.
Coach Grubich, yeah, he doesn't look happy. That's a big play, and it looks like it's going to be taken off the scoreboard. Holding on Kenston. The defense.
Well, here's the question, Jamie. When did it occur, after or before the fumble?
Based on what we're seeing from the body language, I don't think that that touchdown is going to count. I don't know, though.
Well, the offense is staying out on the field.
Yeah, now some Bombers have their hands in the air. No, it's on Chardon. The penalty is on Chardon, and it is a touchdown. Tyler Mintz returns a fumble, 50 yards for the score, and the Bombers are now trying to tie this game on an extra point.
Wow. We'll talk about a change in fortune.
What in the world?
Well, it was a confused official, apparently.
They're still confused. One official is not anywhere near the extra point. Look at him. I mean, what the heck is going on?
He was getting ready for a kickoff.
He was still at the line of scrimmage. Anyway, back we come, and the Bombers can now tie the game. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Tyler Mintz, fumble recovery, touchdown. Here is Anna Sanders, and her kick is no good. She misses it wide left. Anna Sanders, yes, she is a female, has received some attention this year as a kicker. Of course, Hilltoppers had a female kicker a couple years ago in Peyton Tadanetti, but
Riley
Tadanetti? And the kick is no good wide left. Hey, thanks for that, Matt. Always on top of things with a quick Jan Black-like correction.
You're welcome.
Always can count on you for that.
I didn't want to slight Riley.
Perfect, yeah.
Was the first and only female kicker in Chardon school history.
Yeah, that's right. Since then, it's all been Zig and Foose.
Yeah, we've got Keaton for 2 more years. I was joking with the coaching staff. No more Ziegenfuses after Keaton? What are you guys going to do?
Did they say, is that true? I mean,
yeah, Keaton's the last one.
The last one, okay.
Last one of the famous Ziegenfus kicking family.
Ethan is here tonight. He's got a backpack on down on the sidelines. Last year's kicker, he was fantastic. But I'm sure he's got Keaton on his way to doing the same thing. Another squib kick, tough to handle. And it is picked up finally at the 20, running right side. He fumbles the ball.
Trevisano coughs it up.
Fumble on the play, and the Bombers recover at the 30-yard line.
We've seen Trevisano muff a punt. Nearly lost it. He recovered at that time. Had the ball, but just fumbled it. And the Hilltoppers, that's 2 consecutive touches. They've turned the ball over, and now Jamie, you could have a potentially 14-point swing here depending on what the Bombers do. And they've got about 3 minutes, 23 seconds.
2 timeouts for Kenston. From the gun, Tom Kufsick.
Toppers just beating themselves right now.
Play coming in now. Porter and the quarterback checking their wrist. There's a snap. The throw is almost intercepted. My goodness.
Oh, Moses wanted that.
That would have been potentially a pick six as well. He was out there on the flat in a zone, and the quarterback threw it right to him, almost too perfectly. Incomplete. Second down. Crowd now trying to make an impact again like they did last drive. There's Porter running the ball left side. He gets a couple, but nice job on the tackle. That was Hilltoppers.
Matt Trevisano up there to make the tackle.
Number 17.
Trying to make up for that fumble. Well, 3rd down and long now for the Bombers, Jamie. And you got to imagine this will be a passing situation for them.
Equipment issue for the Kenston center. That's number 50, the junior, Brandon Schrader.
You have to have the chin strap completely strapped.
Clock is running, rolling to the right side. The throw at an open Mintz has it, running 1st down. So far, biggest play of the night was made by Tyler Mintz, and he does a nice job there on that catch. He's also a sophomore.
Boy, that young man has come up big in this game now twice for the Bombers.
Kenston, 3 wide receivers, Porter to the right, and they also have Austin Safko, a senior, playing in a sort of slot tight end position. 3-step drop, pass, caught, left-hand side, that's Branson Stanley, and he's in for a touchdown. 16-yard strike. And just like that, 2 fumbles have completely changed the complexion of this game.
Stunning.
Now Kenston's just going to immediately go for 2. I'm a little bit surprised that you would do that.
Yeah, you figured you missed the field goal last time. Got to make up for it.
You're taking points off the board, but now this is a huge play. Tom Kufsick from the gun. And there is movement. Chardon says it was Kenston. And it is. Illegal procedure will march them back 5 yards. Makes it even harder.
So it's 7 yards out now.
I'm always going to get my points early on, Matt. Always going to take my points. And now Jeff Grubich will call a timeout. Well,
does he? Oh, go ahead, Jamie.
I was just going to welcome everybody who's listening from home. Anyone who's watching us on replay in any of our funding communities, and as always, if you're watching us on GeaugaTV.org on demand, thanks as well. If you want a DVD copy of this game, you can visit our website and pick that up.
Sanders has made 25 PATs this year.
I don't think that they're going to change their mind on the attempt, but Look at that Bombers band. They've got the blue plumes. Old school.
Don't see a lot of that nowadays. Now, the one thing that touchdown did is it's taken the air right now out of Chardon Memorial.
2 fumbles on literally 2 plays. Last 2 times the Hilltopper has touched the football, they've coughed it up. Here is Tom Kufsick from the gun. Man is in motion, fakes it, rolling out right side. He's got plenty of time, throwing in the air, incomplete. Defense holds. So, Chardon now just trailing by 5 with 2 minutes and 29 seconds. And
that
boy,
feels awkward to say.
Yeah,
It's
very.
almost say baseball or basketball.
No explanation exactly as to how the Hilltoppers went from being in control. But, you know, we expect that from this rivalry as now coaches are getting ready to go. Hilltoppers do have 3 timeouts, and of course this offense is capable of scoring on 1 play. Al Herner, our public address announcer, reminding everybody that we've changed our channels up, right, Matt? We're on what?
Channels 120 and 125.
1020 and
1020, I'm sorry,
yeah.
1020.
Got to go all the way up to the thousands. We got.
Well, it's digital.
Right. We're now up with the big boys.
That's right. We are the big boys. We got Brian Foster. We got you. We got Dave Jeff in the car. What more do we need?
For the Bombers, it is Tyler Kesternick to kick things off. Both teams have done the squib all night. Here comes Trevisano again. They stay with him, and he's wrapped up at the 30, brought down.
Yeah, and he's got 2 hands on the football.
So offense back out on the field. No, it's senior night, of course, for the band as well. And they're going to do their thriller routine.
Well, you just gave it away.
Well, I want people to stick around. If you're thinking about, you know, maybe grabbing a snack.
I thought maybe you'd tease them and say, will they do it? Will they not? Who knows? Got to watch.
You got to watch, no doubt. Kobe under center, 1st down and 10. Cole Purchase, left-hand side, running downhill, gets about 4.
Well, problem for the Toppers now, Jamie, is time. Time not on their side. Under 2:13 to play in this contest. They've got to hurry unless they can get a big gain here.
Under 2 minutes. Fakes the purchase. Now Kobe, left-hand side, and he's brought down after a few more, and there is a flag down. That's the line judge, and he is signaling holding.
Now, this is a quarter that the Toppers cannot wait to see come to an end.
This is the second half of this quarter. I mean, really the last 5 minutes of this quarter.
Well, it started with that fumble recovery at 3:30, Jamie. And it seems a lot longer than that, but you had the fumble recovery with 3:30 to go. That was returned back for that 50-yard touchdown run. And then with 2:29, I mean, 31 seconds later, another touchdown.
Second and long, faking it, running straight ahead. Kobe up the middle, has good yards, will not have the 1st down. He's about 3 yards short. Bombers have just the 1 timeout. Chardon has all 3, and the Hilltoppers are in a hurry.
Now, the good news is a 1st down here means the Bombers will not get the ball back until the 3rd quarter.
Chardon still trying to score. Frania, the ball carrier, left side, 1st down, and he gets into Kenston territory right at midfield.
Well, you're at the 50. You got 50 yards to go. Maybe, just maybe, we might see the arm of Kobyszewski again.
Chardon tends to do their best when they run the ball in passing situations. We've seen them break runs over the middle of the field. See what Coach Novacek wants to do. Ball is on the Kenston 49-yard line. They do have 2 wide receivers in the game. Don't usually see that. Wade Novak, the fullback to the right of the quarterback, fakes the throw, and there he goes. Left-hand side, 5 more yards. And Chardon will use their first timeout.
And Topper's going to use their first timeout, Jamie. Great time for us to let you know about the Chardon Local School District 3.9 continuing mill operating levy. There's a lot of, well, another way to say it, disinformation out there, and it may not necessarily be on purpose, may just be people not aware of what the levy is and really what it's for. Folks will tell you that when you go to the ballot, it is issue number 26 there on election day, or if you've already are planning to vote absentee. The levy request is not, I repeat, is not for new facilities. Now, for the first time since 2013, the Chardon School District is seeking additional support from the public. Of course, the state has been cutting taxes that the schools get, including the tangible personal property tax. When it's all phased out and it's going to end this year, Chardon will be losing $1 million per year. So think about that. Normal day-to-day operations continue to increase. Things like classroom instruction, student support, technology, professional development, transportation, textbook, utilities, personnel costs all going up. And folks, this levy will be approximately $11 per month if you own a $100,000 home.
New quarterback in the game for the Hilltoppers. It's Dylan Hemley from the gun. He's rolling out right-hand side. The senior throws over the head of Franja. They had a screen set up, but the pass was too high, so it's 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, and that play, nothing wrong with Kobyszewski, just a designed play.
Kobe is back into the game.
It was almost, Jamie, like they were using a little wildcat there.
Hemley is actually 2nd on the team in rushing. We saw that long run in week 1. 80-yard touchdown. It's been mostly Kobe as far as big plays go this season. Fake, and Kobe is stopped at the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Kenston does have a timeout, and they will use it. Jeff Grubich wants to stop the clock now on 4th down and 6, and the Hilltoppers are probably forced to punt.
I like the call from the Bombers sidelines, Jamie. Stop the clock. Kenston has the receivers that, you know, you can get maybe a big play or two here and potentially get yourself in a situation to score before the time runs out.
Coach Dave Toddy, one of the assistant coaches for Chardon, calling over the Hilltoppers. Here comes Dave out of the press box, on his way down to the sideline. He's coming for you, Brian. I think he's been, you know, Hilltoppers are using the Microsoft Surface tablets. The rule change from a year ago allows high school teams to use video on the sidelines now immediately during the game. Not many teams, though, have the technology. Hilltoppers do through the Gridiron Club and, well, Dave Jevnikar, who's working tirelessly all the time, and he's now checking out something over there. They've got a monitor on the sideline. So, you know, you run a play, and then the defense can immediately come over, Matt, and then see that entire last drive. They can watch it live with the coach, who can tell them, hey, this is what happens when this guy's here or there, and you can see that technology. And that, I mean, that's a big boon for a school the size of Chardon.
Well, night and day from the old days where you had to take pictures and get them quickly developed.
Well, it looks like the Hilltoppers are going to go for it here on, no, they're not.
Looks like Henley's going to be punting the football.
It's not a traditional punt, though, from what we've seen on them. And now they don't. They're moving around, so they all went motion. One way, high snap, but he got it. Low kick. It takes a Chardon bounce, and it'll be down at the 16-yard line.
Actually, that was Ethan Duca, 32.
Glad you're watching the game. Hemley wasn't on the field there, but I thought Kobe might have been on the field. Nevertheless, Bombers have 45 seconds left, no timeouts.
Now we'll see if they can get something quickly here, Jamie, but you got to think if you're the Hilltoppers, going to throw maybe an extra defensive back out there just to play center field, if you will.
We have not seen, at least I haven't seen, Mason Ziegenfuss. They said that he might play in the secondary. Of course, John McKnight is the other safety. So both safeties.
Ziegenfuss is over here.
Both safeties are out for Chardon today. A quick pass is complete to Porter, who gets about 5 yards, goes out of bounds.
Well, at some point in time, if you're Tom Kupsik, you have to look down the field.
Well, that was their first play.
I know, I'm just stating a fact.
Ziegenfuss is in uniform, but we have not seen him yet. Quick drop, throwing, down that sideline. Merrill dropped it. He had an open spot, and it goes through his hands. So now 30. Now, if you're Kenston, now you have to be careful, because Chardon still has 2 timeouts. So, you know, you think with this offense that the Bombers have, yeah, let's go ahead and but now Chardon has the timeouts, and now they could have another chance.
It is the danger of not completing your passes. And the Bombers had a great opportunity there for a big first down that just literally slipped through their fingers.
Steve Grubich calls the play. That's Jeff's brother. And now Porter has a first down across the 35 to the 40. That's a big play. They cannot stop the clock, though, so 29 seconds to go. Clock will start when they reset the chains. This is obviously an offense that is built for this situation, so running this no huddle, no surprise for them. Clock running, 23 seconds. Tom Kupsik throwing it high in the air. It is caught by Mintz, and he's out of bounds at the 35.
Whenever they need a big play, they've gone to him, and he has delivered.
Number 2 playing like a number 1 here tonight. First down, 18 seconds to go. He did get out of bounds, so clock is stopped. And now Chardon will use a timeout. They want to talk about things as well, Matt. Boy, the last few minutes of this second quarter have really been dragged out. Not a good thing for Chardon as they trail 20-15.
Indeed not. Great time to let you folks know that the Chardon High School Fall Music Concert will be replayed on GTV this weekend at 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Again, the Chardon High School Fall Music Concert, channel 120 this weekend, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Hope you tune in. Heard the kids did a nice job. Jamie, you're the Hilltoppers right now. You're spending a lot of time on defense. What's the message to the guys before you come out of the huddle?
Kenston, again, no timeouts, Matt, so if they can't get to the sideline, they're only going to have a couple of plays, a couple of snaps. Certainly, if you're Tom Kupsik, you can't get sacked. We have not seen Chardon pressure the quarterback like we thought they might. First down and 10 from the 34. Quick drop down the sideline. Mintz has it. What's the call? They're going to say he caught it. Difficult to see across the field, but it's another play, and it's inside the 20 to the, I think, the 14.
And they say he got out of bounds as well. No
replay in high school, Matt. No replay. course, Brian's got a replay, but it won't affect this game. Tom Kufsick now 5 wide receivers on 1st and 10 from the 13. Quick drop. The throw is caught. That's good for Chardon. He does not have the first down, so Merrill gets 9 yards. Clock running.
Enough time.
3, 2, 1, and that is halftime. Kenston not paying attention, and that really hurt as they potentially could have kicked a field goal. So, hey, silver lining for the Bombers right before halftime, but they trail 20-15. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Enjoy the band, and we'll be back here on GTV.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing the 2017 Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band with Senior Field Commander Jennifer Vandenberg. The Hilltopper Band would like to thank everyone from the fans to parents to bus drivers for helping make our season a wonderful success. We open tonight's Halloween show with music from Andrew Lloyd Webber. Please enjoy The Phantom of the Opera. Ghostbusters was a huge hit at the box office in 1984 and is easily one of the funniest and most creative films ever made. The hilarious thrill ride of a movie never seems to get old or dated. Featuring our majorettes Grace Large, Hallie Mesercourt, and Sierra Huff. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
foulest stenches in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller. Can you dig it?
Why do they officiate? For some, it's a way of staying involved in a sport they grew up with. For others, it's a way to pay it forward by helping kids who play today and tomorrow. It's also a great way to stay active, make extra money, and work with friends. And all of them will say it boils down to one thing: the love of the game. Find your reasons and log on to ohsaa.org to find out how to become an official. You'll be glad you did. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports.
And welcome back. We are set to get things going here in the second half. Jamie Ward, Matt Jaworski, thanks for watching us here on GTV. It's week 9. However, in many, many ways, this is week 11 for these two football teams. Both of these teams need to win tonight if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. The Bombers are in the playoffs at the number 8 spot. Chardon is in the number 12 spot, but of course that doesn't mean anything here tonight. The win, though, would mean everything. Hilltoppers are going to receive the kickoff here in the third quarter.
Jamie, so much can happen in the next 24 minutes.
And it is another squib-like onside kick. It's a free ball, and the Bombers have it. The ball was kicked on the far side of the field in what was really like an onside kick. And you know what they say about the football, Matt, and the shape and the way that it bounces? And the Bombers continue to get those bounces so far tonight.
I think that might have been Taylor Mintz picking up the onside kick.
Mintz has been incredible. No time went off the clock either, so here we go. 12 minutes to go. Bombers offense on the field. It was a disastrous final 3 minutes for Chardon in the second quarter. They went from being ahead 15-8 to trailing 20-15. Here's a run left side. It's Porter reversing his field and getting about 4 yards.
Jamie, if you're the Kenston Bombers, you now just took away any and all momentum that Chardon might have had coming out of the locker room at halftime. You thought, okay, you know, for as bad of an end to the second quarter as it was, Chardon gets a chance to regroup, refocus, but you do that, now all of a sudden, you're back on the driver's seat.
The throw is out of the hands of Merrill. We've seen him.
Boy, case of the dropsies.
Yep, that was a catchable ball, but it falls incomplete. So third down, and we'll call it 5 for the Bombers.
He had a rough first half and doesn't start off any better here in the second.
Chardon goes into halftime knowing they'd have the football. You come out with a plan on offense, and it all gets washed away. Third down, Tom Kufsick from the gun. 3 wide receivers in the game, and again, he looks over to the sidelines. Gets his call. And it's a run play. Porter, left side, stutter step, first down, 10, 5, and he is inside that 5-yard line. First and goal, Bombers.
Boy, what a young man Jack Porter is, Jamie. What a great runner. And you saw it right there. Took his time, allowed the blockers to get out, do their thing. He hit the hole, made a good cut to the left side. And now it's first and goal for the Bombers.
Not a team to run the ball a whole lot, but that one worked out. From the gun, high snap. Porter, left side, up the middle, and he is stopped short of the goal line.
Late flag.
Flag does come in from the umpire situated in the middle of the field. And it's a face mask against the Hilltoppers, so it's not going to move the ball forward a whole lot, but it will give the Bombers another first and goal play.
Well, I think it's going to be clear what the Bombers are going to be doing here. And I got a feeling we're going to see Mr. Porter touching that ball again.
There he is, up the middle, and he's in for the score. 3 yards out. Porter, Jonathan Porter. Another sophomore. The 3 biggest players that we've seen tonight from Kenston, Mintz, Tom Kufsick, and now Porter, are all sophomores.
Well, now going to be a PAT attempt.
New kicker for Kenston. It is Blake Torres, another sophomore, and his kick is up and good. So after missing an extra point, Kenston makes the change, and they get it, and just like that, they're on top 27-15. They've now scored 20 unanswered points. 19 unanswered points.
Just simply stunning. And this place, Jamie, I mean, everyone was in a great mood. The Chardon Hilltopper marching band came out, and this probably won't come out the right way, but you did what they did what you expected them to do for their Halloween show. They sounded great, great costumes, just an overall wonderful performance by the band. Again, you expect that from the band here in Chardon. Top notch. They had the crowd in a great mood, and then that onside kick has just sucked the life out of this place right now, and going to be up to the boys in black to get their crowd back in this game.
We have not seen a traditional kick from either team, so let's see what they decide to do here. Approaching the football.
Chase.
Neck, and it's a low line drive. Squib kick. Hemley picks it up at the 20. Again, wasn't easy. And the special teams not helping themselves.
Jamie, you know it's a big deal on the kickoff when you insert Chase Klein on special teams. And that's what it's come down to right now here in Chardon, is they're going to be counting on their big players to make big plays as we hit a very important stretch now for this Hilltopper football team.
Cam Neas, the center, comes out of the huddle. Senior on senior night. He's really the heart and soul of both lines, especially that offensive line. Man in motion, Frania, and a flag comes down. 2 flags. Both the referee and the line judge have the same call, which is a legal procedure against the Hilltoppers.
You know, I also do want to mention, by the way, kudos to the Kenston Bomber Marching Band. They did a phenomenal job as well at halftime. Nice loud sound.
So 1st and 15 for Chardon. Turns, gives it right side. Here comes Wade Novak. There is a flag down. He's got a big carry into Bombers territory, but we will see what the referee has called. It is holding. Another back-breaking penalty. Wipes out a 20-yard gain, Matt. 27-yard gain to be exact.
Shaking my head, Jamie. Just shaking my head right now. And boy, we were talking with Don Novacek before the game, and one of us brought up Wade Novak. And Don, I mean, his response was, boy, he's just played so big. He's been such a big help to this offense. And then I don't think he's touched the ball maybe once or twice tonight. Been very limited in terms of his offensive production. And there he just rips off a 20-yard run and get it called back. Got to find a way to give Wade Novak the ball a little bit more. Take some pressure off Kobyszewski.
1st down and 20. From under center, it is Kobyszewski running left side, and he's only get a few yards on the Kobe keeper. Three costly turnovers for the Hilltoppers if you consider that onside kick a turnover. Nightfall here at Memorial Field. It has cooled down. So you've got 2 sweatshirts on, Matt.
Sweatshirt and a jacket.
Wow.
Well, I had the jacket on prior to the game starting.
From the gun. Straight up the middle. No gain by Kobe.
Now the Bombers have, as the nights progress, slowly closed off the middle of the field. And they've been forcing the Hilltoppers to string it out to go around the outside. But the Hilltoppers attempting to still win that inside battle, but so far, no go.
So it's 3rd down and 11. 2 penalties have put Chardon in a tough situation. Formation is heavily tilted toward the right side of the field, and there's a whistle, and Chardon is going to use a timeout on 3rd down and 12 with 9:07 to go. Matt, it's
stunning.
You know, why don't we thank our funding communities again for all that they provide for us here on GTV?
We can absolutely do that. Thanks out to all of our funding communities, including those not funding this contest, for their year-round support. They include Burton Village, Chardon Township, the City of Chardon, Hamden Township, Middlefield Village, and Munson Township. And hey, Jamie, I also want to remind the good folks who are watching GTV that we are also on Twitter. We have the Twitter handle at GTV Replays.
GTV Replay. I'm going to check and see, though, the last time we've tweeted.
Dave lets you know about what's going on in the world of GTV, what we have coming up on replay. Always some great stuff.
A day ago, we're on top of things.
Of course we are. We're GTV.
Made many, many strides. So, Hilltopper offense back on the field, 3rd down and 12. If you take a timeout here, you'd love to see a good play, strong play. These timeouts are valuable. Man in motion, turns, gives. Novak, right side, will not have the 1st down.
Just gang tackled. He had nowhere to run the football.
Got about 3 or 4 yards, needed 12, so the Hilltoppers forced to punt and again stalled. This time it was the penalties, Matt. We've seen now 2 fumbles, a miss coverage on special teams, and now 2 costly penalties. And now Kenston's going to use a timeout. Coach Grubich.
No, they had 12 guys on the field.
He is certainly can't be happy about that, but he comes out, and again, Grubich in his 6th season, he was an assistant at Menor for 10 years. Of course, we know what kind of program the Cardinals have had all of these years, and Grubich comes over, got hired by Kenston. I think he was teaching at Euclid when he first got hired. Then he got hired into the building as well, and all coaches will tell you it makes a big difference when you can both coach and teach in the same building. Hewitt's been doing it now for many, many years, 7 seasons. Of course, he was a Chardon assistant before that. Then he went to West Geauga, Riverside for 1 season, and then hired back here in Chardon. When he was hired, Matt, and I wrote in the Maple Leaf newspaper, it was like the return of the king. And in many ways it has been.
Well, Hilltoppers have been to the postseason, Jamie, 3 consecutive years in a row.
Punt goes out of bounds. Not a great one, but also not a terrible punt. And now we will get the spot from our official.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
He's got to start. Has he got it? Yeah, he does. So it's at the 44-yard line.
To me, that looked like it went out at the 42, but, well, it's 2 yards.
Maybe the Hilltopper defense can make a big play and get things turned around. They could certainly use it. Really, it was Kenston's defense that got things going for them. Tyler Mintz, fumble recovery.
No, really, since that point in time, it's been all Bombers.
Yeah. 1st and 10 from the gun. The give to Porter, left-hand side. And, you know, Jonathan Porter, number 5, like you mentioned, he came in, really the only person on this Kenston team, the workhorse carrying the football. And they would like to get him a lot of touches if they can in the second half.
Well, we'll see. And I can't blame him, Jamie. You give Porter the football, you keep the clock running.
There he is again, left side, 1st down into Chardon territory. And
great move.
So shifty. Reminds me of a video game. Inside the 35, down to the 33.
Like Super Mario Brothers?
Do you remember that? No, like
Tecmo.
Madden. Maybe a little bit of Tecmo. I mean, you're going way back. I'm talking about a juke in Madden, though. You know, you push that X button, wham.
I don't. I've never played Madden.
Wow, well, it's a very popular game.
Last time I played a video game, it was a Nintendo 8-bit.
Wow.
It's probably like 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Maybe you'll come back.
We'll see.
From the gun, 1st and 10 for the Bombers. There it is again, Porter, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage and ahead for a yard or two.
Monaco got his arms around there, wrapped him up and brought him down. And Jamie, that's the Hilltopper defense. They need that front line to make some big plays and get some stops here. They're going to count on Louis Monaco, your Sam Eldridge, to just make some plays and maybe cause a turnover here.
Second down the sideline. There's Stanley, makes the catch inside the 10, 1st and goal, Bombers.
What a throw by Tom Kufsick. He was in trouble. He had Chase Klein coming in on the blitz, and he just got that ball off, and he hung in there. Jamie made a good throw.
Last season, Branson Stanley actually played quarterback throughout the season at times. Now back in a much more familiar place, in a spot that he's much more comfortable. Ball on the 8-yard line. Bombers are in control. Another score here gives Chardon its biggest deficit of the season. Porter running right side. He is brought down after about 4 yards. Chardon fell behind against Canfield back in, what was that, week 3?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, fell behind against Brush, but for the most part, they have not had to come from behind. There's Porter right side. Again, he is short, no gain. So 3rd and goal coming.
Well, this, I don't want to say the season hangs on this, Jamie, but the defense cannot give up a touchdown here.
5:30 and counting. This Hilltopper crowd roused back again. Cowbell banging. Here's the give. Merrill left side. He fumbled the football, but he got in. Touchdown is the call. The official is going to say touchdown before the fumble. He crosses the plane, and once he did that, Matt, nothing else mattered.
Exactly right, Jamie, and we have a tough angle here to see what happened, but got to go with what the official said, and as soon as that ball does cross that plane, it is a touchdown. You can drop it as soon as it touches that plane.
Brian Foster probably had a decent angle on that from behind the end zone, and now extra point attempt is good. So, just like that, the Kenston Bombers have now scored 26 unanswered points here in Chardon.
Hilltoppers were up 15-8 at the end of the first quarter. And this is just a sweetest day eve nightmare.
Tomorrow's sweetest day?
Yes.
I had no idea.
The only reason I know is because the Lions Club sells roses downtown Willoughby.
Well, good to know. I have nothing planned for my wife, and it's going to stay that way.
My wife believes it's a fake holiday.
Good.
Better for me. But Jamie, what's even better though is if you're a Kenston fan right now, watching us online on demand here on GTV, your team is looking good and playing like the number 8 team in Division III Region 9.
Remember, this is a team 2-8 last year. Now, Kenston did a couple things this season. One is they came back to their non-conference and decided to get Chagrin Falls back on their schedule, get West Geauga back on their schedule. Last year they had to travel. Well, one issue that they had was the stadium renovation, as here's a Hilltopper across the 20, and that's Trevisano 25 to the 28-yard line. They were going out to Amherst Steel, Medina, and I think Canfield. Yeah, they were playing Canfield too. So they were starting not only on the road, but they had these very difficult, large opponents that they weren't familiar with, long bus rides. Coach Grubich really felt like that hurt his Kenston team the last 2 seasons. So they come back this year. They get West Geauga back on, their old CVC rival. Chagrin Falls, which Grubich is a Chagrin Falls graduate.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He played for Mark I. Marino.
I'll be darned.
Quarterback, no doubt. Here's the Hilltoppers running right side. It's Frania. Have not called his name a whole lot, although I think he did have a touchdown.
Yes, 15-yard. Tie the game up at 8.
So you get those 2 games in, Matt. You're staying closer to home. You're playing some home games. And it's made a big difference.
It absolutely has. And this team has matured, too. When you look at what the Hilltoppers, or excuse me, what the Bombers were the last few years, it has been a young program that was going through a lot of change. And these young men have grown up, hands down.
2nd down and 3. Man in motion. Purchase is the ball carrier running right side. He's stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And Jamie, part of me just wonders, have the injuries just finally caught up to Chardon?
Well, we didn't mention Jared Barker yet, but he is not playing today. The big left tackle for the Hilltoppers, Matt. Barker, 6'7", 285 pounds. That hurts. They lost, I mean, you got to go all the way back to the beginning, but, you know, they lost Ryan Smitty. They lost Vinny Carlozzi. Although Carlozzi back in, it looks like I think he's playing right tackle. But injuries have hurt the Hilltoppers. Under the gun, 3rd and short. Kobacheski running, 1st down across the 40.
Now, it's impacted the secondary. You have McKnight and Ziegenfuss out in this one. So you got to change things
John
up
McKnight,
there.
You know, he came in as obviously a weapon carrying the football. He was the team's leading receiver out of the backfield. Do you know, did you find out an update on him? I mean, could he be available moving forward? You
know, the knees are still bothering John McKnight, and you know, frankly, I don't think we'll see him back in the football field this year.
Well, he is a junior, so we hope for the best for him. Here's Kobacheski, shake and bake, but he's hit hard and dropped. That's Kenston number 20, Nicholas Dombrowski, a senior.
But you never know, Jamie. I mean, if it's a situation where where if McKnight thinks he can play, he's gonna, you know he's gonna try to play.
Just got a text message from our photographer, Bill Fugate, who said he was there, and he said that was a fumble on that last play from his vantage point. So, doesn't matter, but here's Kobacheski running left-hand side, and he gets ahead close to the 1st down. Will depend on the spot.
You know, if they give Kenston that touchdown, they better give Chardon this 1st down.
And they will. Not quite the same though, Matt.
Not arguing that.
So they move the chains.
The one thing that Hilltoppers will have to be looking out for, Jamie, and not so much right now, but that clock continues to run.
Important drive just at midfield. Kobe wants to throw it. He's being chased. Throwing it, it is caught, and now there's a late flag that comes in at the end of the play. That's Jake Nias who made the reception.
This is going to be a very interesting call.
Maybe a Hilltopper offensive lineman is down the field. Of course, why am I guessing? But that is the play. That's the call, Matt. Right as usual. Another killer penalty, though, erases the first down by Nias.
You know, you're developing a pretty darn good knack for this.
You've been doing this longer than me, though. You're the veteran.
I understand.
You and Jan Black are now the elder statesman.
No, Jan is the elder statesman. She's been here since before GTV.
First down and 15 after the penalty. Oh, and now there's movement. And that was Vinny Carlozzi, number 79. He is playing left tackle for the injured Barker.
And you know, he has not, folks, gotten a lot of reps.
Is there another? No. Is there a second penalty? No.
Kenston, I think, wanted a penalty the way that he reacted, but it was more, you know, him upset at himself.
You know, the Kenston actually, Matt, I don't know if you knew this or not, but they call themselves the Crazies as well, the Kenston Crazies with a K. Not as many students as Chardon has, but those poor Hilltoppers in all black in that north end zone have not had much to cheer about in this second half. First down and 20. There's the give. And negative yards. Was that Klein? Yeah.
Klein had no chance.
First time that we've seen Klein carry the ball today.
This Bomber defense is just becoming more aggressive, and they are doing a great job swarming the ball carrier.
Always a challenge for a Chardon team when you're trailing. And now it's second and 20. Throwing is not the Hilltoppers' strength. So let's see what they decide to do here. Kobe's got a good arm, though, back there. He is going to throw it. Now he's chased and sacked. He lost his balance after the rush. Wow.
Well, once again, good coverage by the Bomber defense.
Chase Klein trying to get his teammates fired up. But really, it's a sense of shell shock right now for both the parents, fans, and everyone watching this game.
Yeah, actually starting to see some fans leave Chardon Memorial here with the third quarter winding down.
3 wide receivers in the game. From the gun. Kobe fakes the give, running it straight ahead, and he needed 27 yards and got about 6. And I would have to think Hilltopper's not in a good situation here on 4th down and long from their own 40-yard line.
Jamie, it has simply been a brutal 15.5 minutes for the Chardon Hilltopper football team. Kenston has just done whatever they've wanted to do. They've moved up and down the field. They've forced turnovers, surprised them with some special teams plays.
Hilltoppers will punt. Kick is a spiral. Takes a pretty good bounce for the Chardon, and it goes out of bounds at around the 25.
Not bad by Duca. He's been improving each kick. But again, not the regular kicker.
Well, Chardon Hilltopper football. Matt, next week you will be in Eastlake. Hilltoppers in North.
Yeah, and myself and Cameron Masella will have the call.
I'll be with our cameramen down in, where are we going? I think Cardinal, Middlefield, right?
Yeah, you and Tim O'Brien.
Kinsman Cup on the line. Berkshire and Cardinal have struggled this season, but that won't matter next week.
No, it won't.
Here's the snap. Here's Porter through the middle, bursting through a seam, and he gets a quick 15 for the Bombers and stays in bounds.
Porter just doing what he wants to do, and he is having so much room to run, Jamie.
Well, Kenston taking control in the third quarter. They lead 34-15. Fourth quarter coming next here on GTV.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Ohio. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back. Bombers with the football, now going from left to right. Jamie Ward, Matt Jaworski. Thanks for watching us here on GTV Week 9. Beautiful night, that's for sure. We've had great weather for a second straight season.
Oh, Jamie.
Here's Porter, left side, ahead for 3.
You talk about the weather, and we were wearing shorts last week. I mean, this week there's a bunch of folks here in shorts again. I mean, it is 63 degrees here in Chardon right now on a Friday night, week number 9 of the high school football season. We have been so
any
blessed.
Rain here at home?
None. And we really appreciate that sitting under the GTV tent.
We've had years where this tent is blown away.
Yeah.
Tom Kufsik's going to keep it. He takes a pretty decent shot, gets 2 yards on the carry, so third down is coming. Hilltoppers need a big play. There's no doubt about it. And the Kenston coaches, led by Jeff Grubich, you know, they're an experienced group. They know how to use the clock and what to do. And we have not seen any sophomoric plays, if you will. There's Monaco again, jumping off sides. And that's going to be a first down, Matt.
That is a huge penalty.
Talked about the weather. Even Mitch Hewitt has put a hoodie on here in the second half. Huge penalty, gives the Bombers a first down.
No, and
Guess we know what we'll be talking about after this game is over.
You know, Kenston just continue to run the football, Jamie, run that clock.
Porter, left side, 5 more.
It's Chase Klein that got him down.
Think about all of these seniors for the Hilltoppers. You know, they came in after graduating, 20 some odd seniors. They come in with 20 more this year, but most of them hadn't started. Put together a strong season despite the scoreboard right now. Playing at Memorial Field for the last time. High snap, Porter left side, first down, 35 and down to the 32-yard line.
Well, and you look at the Hilltoppers season. You had nice win over West G to start things off. Don't want to call it a cakewalk, but that easy defeat of the Canadian team as they just wore them down in the second half in that game.
You know, Matt, that team really hurt Chardon, unfortunately. They went 0-7 in their regular season, so that's no points.
No points. Might not even well has played the game. Of course, the week 3 setback against Canfield here.
Canfield #1 in Division 3, Region 9.
And of course,
very impressive.
Chardon will be there next year in week 3.
We gonna make that trip?
I will.
Porter running up the middle. Gets about 4 more.
I'll write the story for you. I'll let you know right now.
All right, good. Good, I won't be there. Maybe, who knows? A year away, Matt. 9 minutes now.
But Jamie, it was after that victory against Canfield that Chardon went on a run. And they had been undefeated in conference play until last week. That 21-20 heartbreaking defeat to the Brush Arcs. And now it could very well be 2 in a row.
Not a lot of momentum for Chardon. Another high snap, but it's Porter left side. First down inside the 20, and there's Porter. Finally knocked out of bounds, but I think he's inside the 10-yard line. They're going to say about the 13 he goes out of bounds.
Jamie, I have a tough time believing that this kid's just a sophomore. We're going to be seeing him 2 more years in a row.
You know, I want to point out, too, you've got Jonathan Porter, whose brother Jack was an outstanding bomber. You've got John Tomkufsik, whose brothers were also outstanding players. I can't remember their first names, but these are program guys for the Bombers. You know, these are Kenston people.
So you know those last names.
Yeah. Porter again. They're going to use the workhorse. Gets positive yards, keeps the clock moving. Give him about 6 more. He's inside the 10. So,
now that's exactly what Kenston wants to do. Run the football, pick up some nice yards, and keep the clock moving. Don't stop the clock unless you get either a first down or you get a touchdown.
Everything changed so quickly. And what's strange is we didn't even think that fumble recovery by Mintz was going to stand. Not even Kenston thought it was going to stand.
No, the indications were that it was a holding against Kenston.
Under 8 minutes now, second down. Porter again, running up the middle. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
But then the official, while making the call, pointed to Chardon. And it just, from that point, Jamie, it just went downhill.
Hilltoppers then fumbled the ensuing kickoff. And actually, that didn't hurt him as Kenston was unable to score, but they just have not been able to get anything going. And it's unfortunate because this crowd was eager to see something.
No, they did score. That was Brandon Staley with the 30.
Into the end zone, intercepted. Snatching it out of the air for the Hilltoppers. Trevisano, number 17, the sophomore. And it comes with 7:11 left to play.
Hey, you feeling lucky?
It was a nice grab.
Now bring the ball out to the 20, and if you're Chardon, if you've got anything left at this point in time, Jamie, you dig down deep inside. And if you want to play in week 11, you come out here and you got to make some plays.
Kobe from the gun. He's got a fullback to his left, halfbacks to his left and right. Man in motion, there he goes, up the middle, breaking a tackle, and he's got 14 yards on first down.
Now there you go. Good run for Chardon. You've got to build on that now, and you've got to do it in quick fashion. Clock stopped temporarily, 7:05 to go. You're trailing 34-15. Need 20 points.
Offense, back up to the line. Under center this time. Here's Frania running, stutter steps, gets ahead, 5 more, maybe 6.
Now the thing if you're Kenston, you don't mind giving up 5-6 yard runs at a time. Burns clock off. Matter of fact, Chardon scores 1 touchdown, even 2, it's not going to matter.
No huddle. Fakes it. Kobe running, and he is hit close to the first down, but short by about a yard. So 3rd down coming. And again, like you said, it's the clock more than anything right now. Got to have those plays lined up and ready to go. We're going to call it 3rd and 2. Novak shifting around from the fullback position. Googe is in motion, fakes it, keeps it, 1st down. Needed 2, got 3. And now the coaches are saying, all right, let's go. Clock will stop on the 1st down, but get going upon the reset of the chains.
Yeah, they got to get ready, get back to the line and get ready to go.
Hilltoppers from their own 44. Kobe wants to throw it. Now he's chased in the air and out of bounds. He has not had a lot of time. And here's a flag, a late flag by the referee, and that
is not good.
For Kenston, doesn't look good. No, it's
intentional grounding.
It's intentional grounding.
They're going to say he was not outside of the pocket.
Not outside of the pocket.
In high school football, you have to be outside of the pocket and get the ball back to the line of scrimmage to get rid of it. He certainly got it to the line of scrimmage, which leads me to believe that they ruled he wasn't outside the pocket.
That is boy, it's a tough penalty. It's a loss of down and it's a spot foul, so they got to go all the way back, Matt. 2nd down now and more than 20.
23 to be exact.
Frania running left side. He's got some open space, and he gets back to that original line of scrimmage before the penalty flag.
Now he picked up 13, Jamie, but at this stage, you can just feel each second slipping away.
From the gun, 3rd down and 10. Here's Googe running, and he gets free, still on his feet. 1st down, great second effort by the young man to stop the clock.
Googe just keeps his feet running, Jamie, and he willed himself to that 1st down.
Into Kenston territory. And the clock now running again. 4:38 in counting. Thanks for joining us. If you're listening live from home or watching us on replay, playoffs at stake. Kobe running, gets out of bounds, but not much, a couple yards.
Now the important thing was he got out of bounds.
Looking at Jimmy Cicero, another Hilltopper, not in pads. He's been out all season long, or since the very beginning. He was playing fullback. We saw him run a big touchdown early in the season as well. You know, Kenston actually, Matt, has been devastated by injuries, not this year, but in the past 2 seasons.
Last 2 years, and it was the preseason where the injuries all piled up. Torn ACLs, broken this, broken that.
Here's the ball carrier, Purchase. He's hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. That is number 33, Connor Cure, who caught the 2-point conversion way back in that 1st quarter.
That was a big time hit.
It's a loss of 3. 3rd down. And, you know, this is one of the things with this wing T offense. It is not built to strike quickly. It's just not the strength of it. Kobe running right side. Plows forward, does not have the first down, does stay in bounds. It'll be 4th and short. You look at that Hilltopper team, Matt, a year ago, 10-0 in the regular season.
Yeah, beat Bedford in round 1 of the playoffs, and then couldn't keep up with the QB from Warren Harding. That kid, well, you want to talk about a video game. That QB is like watching a video game.
Referees take a timeout. They stop the clock. Not sure what.
They want some time put back on the clock. 4:20. No, it can't be 4. Got to be 3:25. 3:25. So they added 7 seconds.
Well, it is 4th down, so now the clock is running. Kobe from the gun. Man in motion. It's Purchase running left side. Can he get to the corner? He's hit. He's stopped. And the Bombers will take over.
Jamie, this very well could go down as being one of the biggest wins in the head coaching career of Jeff Grubich.
Well, we mentioned that he's 1-6 coming in, so this is a nice win for him. Still 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go, but Chardon's now down 3 scores, and the Bombers have the football.
Well, and you credit them, I mean, this game, you credit Kenston because they forced turnovers. They were aggressive defensively. They had a great game plan to come in here, stop the Chardon run game. And they limited their mistakes.
They have not made mistakes. Chardon, a whole ton of them. Porter, up the middle. Russell's ahead for 7.
Now, good time. Go ahead, Jamie.
I was just going to say, it's Jonathan Porter on the roster.
But it's Jack on the stats. I've been calling him Jack all night. You've been calling him Jonathan. One of us is going to be right, one of us is going to be wrong.
I think it's probably Jack. You know, there's a number of spelling variations. There he is again. 1st down. We'll move the chains.
Hey, if you shop at Heinen's, you can support the Chardon City Schools. All you have to do is sign up for the Tasteful Rewards program. Select the Chardon School Foundation to ask the school to receive your donations. And it's free. It only takes about 5 minutes to do. Heinen's will donate up to 1% of your shopping to the Chardon School Foundation. Go online to the Chardon Schools website to sign up. You have to do it every single year. So if you did it last year, you have to go on there and redo it again this year.
I was thinking of Pat Porter on his older brother. 1st down Bombers, new back in the game, and this is number 19. Who's that? Nastasi, Nicholas Nastasi, another sophomore. He's 5'4", 155 pounds, and Chardon's just going to keep their timeouts right now, and the Bombers are going to get this huge win and go to 7-2, and now they are certainly in the driver's seat because they play South next week.
Absolutely, and Jamie, the other team that has to just be rejoicing that Chardon loses tonight is the Brush Arcs. Brush, all they have to do, win this week, win next week, and they will claim their first outright Western Reserve Conference title. Of course, back in 2013, they won. It was that Northeast Ohio Conference where you had the big school, medium school, and small school division, and they were in that small school. It's basically based on how good your programs were in whatever sport you were in.
Clock is running, 37 seconds and counting. It's 3rd down and 9 for the Bombers. This very likely the last play of the game. Nastasi running it straight up the middle, does not have the first down. And if Chardon does not use their timeout, that's going to do it, Matt, and that's it. Here come the Bombers with a big win here at Memorial Field. The final 34-15, Matt. We'll go ahead and pause, and then we'll wrap things up here on GTV.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college, but all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball in their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up, lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All you got. I wish there was more I could tell you. 7-3 or 6-4. 7-3 sounds a hell of a lot better. Because it's a hard game when we're short-staffed. It's an even harder game when we create penalties for ourselves. It's an even harder game when we turn the ball over. It's like those are 3 recipes for disaster. It's things that we've said all along, right? So, I don't know who's hurt, I don't know who's healthy, but I know on Monday, you have one objective. And what do you want me to say? We got one game. I feel bad for you, my heart breaks for you, man. Some of you guys give all you got. Some of you guys spill.
Hey, I'll say the same thing, guys. Everybody's got to be upbeat. Everybody's got to be positive. We're going to have a 7-3 season. We're going to have a great week of practice. We're going to hang together. We're going to get better. We're going to go out with great integrity, and we're going to come back and win and be together and uplifting each other. You understand that? Everybody gets beat down. Everybody has a loss. And thanks to 7-3 will be good. And I just want a commitment from everybody here. Everybody's going to keep their chin up, work really hard. And if there's anything that we're going to do even more than we usually do, right? All right, that's what I want to hear. That's the way I'm going to coach this week.
Fellas, it's 2 directions, right? You got 2 choices. I wish there was more on the table. You can say, screw it, it's over, and don't be idiots, but I don't think that's what I'm looking at.
I don't think so either.
Or you can say, why not? For most of you seniors, it's one last time putting your helmet on. I wish there was something more I could do for you, man. Believe me. I'd do it if I could. Chase, bring him up.
What's the matter with it? What? We are. North on 3, man. North on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, once again, Matt, everything changed on that fumble, and the Hilltoppers just never recovered.
Jamie, a somber way to close out the home portion of the 2017 high school football season here in Chardon. And it was a good season, and they still have one more game to go, but mistakes just marred this game. They've marred this season for the Hilltoppers. Injuries, again, did play a part in this one, whether you like it or not, but you have to tip your cap to the Kenston Bombers, because Kenston came out, they had the game plan, they executed it to a T. They limited the Hilltopper run game, and they did not make mistakes and turn the football over.
Congratulations to the Bombers, and that's going to do it for us. For executive producer Dave Jevnikar, our cameramen Brian Foster and Chris Scraw, and thanks to you as well, Matt. Thanks to you for watching GTV. I'm Jamie Ward. We'll see you soon.